Not too long ago, I talked about what Lor San Tekka was up to before his unfortunate death in The Force Awakens. The Poe Dameron comic showed us that he infiltrated a secure vault on Cato Nemoidia to take a look at a mysterious device that he claimed was crafted using both the light and dark sides of the Force, and was meant to be operated by both at once. The latest issue of the comic has given us even more information about it, and provides us with possible hints about the future of the Force. Lor San Tekka was captured by the Nemoidians who owned the vault, and by the way, it's still really cool to have what was once an exclusively prequel-era species and planet playing such a major part in a sequel-era story. But anyway, San Tekka is put on trial for theft, but he claims he only wished to examine what he calls the Kazerath device. He says he asked the device's as of yet unnamed owner for permission, but he was always denied. His interest in the Kazerath is all about the use of the light and dark sides of the Force together. He says it's unique and might imply a chapter in the history of the Force when light and dark were not in opposition, but were united. I discussed this in my previous video on the Kazerath, back when we didn't know what it was called, but I think it's very interesting that we're learning about this object right before The Last Jedi comes out. We've had multiple stories now discussing the balance of the Force, but we're also learning about the will of the Force and what it means to master its use, or rather to allow it to master you. In Legends of Luke Skywalker, Luke surrenders to the Force rather than attempting to control it. A story in the Canto Bight book even explores the idea of giving up control and allowing destiny to take over. I've talked before about how I think the books, comics, and even Star Wars Rebels are hinting towards the future of the Force, which I assume is all going to be revealed in The Last Jedi. I think that does mean a more balanced approach, as in use of both the light and dark sides, but maybe we'll see a different division in philosophies. Maybe one sect will allow the Force to work through them, while Snoke is working to dominate the will of the Force completely. I also think the Poe Dameron comic may be hinting that we're about to learn more about the history of the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force. We know Luke went exploring the galaxy in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens so he could learn more about all Force-based belief systems. He seems to have some ancient texts on the subject. I think it's very likely that Rian Johnson developed some history surrounding the first Jedi as he built the story of The Last Jedi. Maybe, similar to Star Wars Legends, the early Force users will be something like the Jedi Order, using both sides of the Force before dividing into light and dark sects. Only time will tell. What do you guys think of the Kazerath device? Do you have any ideas on who might own it? What do you think it means for the future of Star Wars and the Force? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.